Good afternoon. Thank you for coming to our conservation board meetings. We are 3 of 5 members of the conservation board. And our goal basically is to provide support and consultation to the planning board regarding the microphone.
Sorry.
Alright, that's rid of, that's all right. So today we have one project to review, and that is the executive change thing. I'm going to tell you. All right, Patrick. Steve. Tim. Yeah, excuse me. Tim, okay, yes. We have a request in to construct a 9,330 square foot addition at the parking lot to the existing facility. So you want to try some more about it?
Sorry. As you said, you want to just give us a brief overview of the project. We have the material.
Right, yeah, I will. My name's Arnold Larson. I'm a member of the church on the building committee and been working with Wolf Architecture and Hunt as well, as we kind of had some progress to get to this point in time. Pastor Steve's not able to join today. He's dealing with some health issues and he'll be back soon, but he will be here too. But so I'm kind of representing him in the church. You know, the site's been great to us. We continue to have opportunities for expansion. We see the need for expansion, which has been great. It's been a good location. I personally live in Mendon, so I like its location. But it's a great community church to Victor as well. As we have been situated in this location, there's been some things that we've realized with the existing building, the addition of the sanctuary in the rear, that there's things that we want to work through to kind of get to where we want to be. So previously we acquired the house to the west of us, and then even just last year, we acquired additional properties west of the house and all the way to the north back to the Commerce Drive. So we have purchased three parcels of land over the last 2 years, and it's a nice piece of property. One of the things that we have identified is the need for kids' classroom spaces and centralizing the offices. The way that we're situated right now is some of the offices are kind of spread amongst different portions of the building. We want to kind of centralize that. And that's the immediate need, is some office space to bring that into the spot that's shown on the northeast backside of the building. So to consolidate the offices, we'll free up some of the other rooms, meeting rooms. And we also see the opportunity to get a little bit of additional parking for some parking spaces that are going to be lost. I don't know if you've driven past on a Sunday, but what we do have is we kind of go back and forth between 2 services and 1 service, depending upon the time of the year. And with the 2 services, it's been a good way for us to address the parking situation and making sure that we're within reason of our space available. We see that there's more space that we could utilize. We don't really see that there's that need. But this proposed addition right now is no worship space addition. So looking at the attendee, it's essentially staying the same based on the parking count of that in the building. So the property's been great to us, and one of the things that I just want to really start discussion on is pursuing a building permit for an office addition as shown. That's the 2,000 square foot addition and some additional parking. When you read through the EAF, there is some discrepancy there about what the building size is versus the proposed plan as shown. One of the things, and we hope that the letter kind of addressed that, is we want to go through the secret process to talk about the green space coverage, the setbacks. The town was gracious enough on the various requests, and that's really going to help us to get the building potentially expanding closer to the road in the future with other additions. But based on funding and immediate need, we want to focus on the office, the park at this point in time. Our timeline is we'd like to start building the office next month if possible, but there's a process we have to go through. So this is the immediate need, and that's kind of what we're trying to work through with the architect and with the town to kind of pursue that as continue to raise funding for some of the other ideas that we have.
You have on your proposal, joy that you link to the trees.
Yeah. There are two in the rear. They should be on the drawing.
It's on the drawing, yeah, so just looking at the, it's on the opposite side of where the actual construction is gonna happen, so it's on the west side of it.
These two trees here are in the area where the drive will, but the parking lot will be expanded.
Okay.
And it's, yeah, behind the church heading west. For the parking spaces that, on this plan here, that you see. The parking spaces. Just to the east of the building are to be removed. We can bump the building back internally onto that 2,000 square feet. So we're showing some additional parking on the next drawing being pushed out westerly there. That's where those two trees are.
And I missed that one, I only saw it on the other side.
Be the office expansions. That, right, just replacing less parking and obviously building out.
Correct.
Parking area.
Even if it's still that side where they added the parking lots.
Yeah.
And it's,
Sense.
It's-
the proposed parking expansion is right adjacent to our existing retention basin. So everything just flows that direction right now. Even the lawn to the south of the parking lot, and that will continue to flow in that direction.
Yeah, so, as the conservation board, obviously, our purview is, the environment.
Yep.
And water is a big aspect of that, impervious surfaces. So we don't really get into the zoning or setbacks or, unless they pertain to conservation easement.
Yep.
Sure. So from my standpoint, the addition, it is an impervious surface now as a parking lot, and you're, adding some office space there. So no real issue there from my perspective. The additional parking, yes, there are two trees that will be removed. I'm somewhat familiar with the property just by driving down J51. I can certainly understand your need for parking because sometimes, it's quite full. But I don't recall those being, 150-year-old oak trees or anything like that.
No.
So, we are rather close to that stormwater management area, but staying clear of that. So I don't really have many comments to the board on this one.
Team of land, I feel like obviously address drainage, I think is pretty much today.
Yeah.
Good to me.
Okay.
We're gonna complete a form.
Okay.
It's an environmental assessment form. Is there any impact that this would have? Don't see any moderate or large, I see no or small impacts and everything, so.
No, my only thing was the two trees.
Yeah.
So we then missed that part of the parking, I saw the trees on the other side. So right now we have
All right, very good.
response to the planning board, their concerns, and mostly follow this information and pass on to them. And then it's part of the evaluation to
Okay.
response.
I think is it the planning board meeting on October?
Next week, I think next week. Today's even. Thanks. It's second and fourth Sunday, second and fourth Tuesday.
Right. So your recommendation or advisement will go to the planning board for their
Yes.
consideration.
Spend the day.
Okay.
Exactly, yeah, and they'll. Process. Yeah, so you having a issue.
Okay. Very good.
So you know, our position or shape.
All right.
Good luck.
Anything else for me?
That's it.
All right. Good.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
This process is to give you a chance to explain anything or any challenges and stuff like that, because we haven't. Anyway, the project's really straightforward.
Yeah, that's good. And we love the property, so we're glad we had space.
Yeah.
Chris has been good to us to stay there too, so it's good. A great spot.
You expand, you're gonna expand west and north.
Plan will be a little bit west and a little bit south, with the front setback variance. One of the big benefits, when we bought that building. Worked out great for some of the core meeting spaces, and the sanctuary was situated behind. But it is disproportional on classrooms to sanctuary. So kids in meeting rooms to that sanctuary isn't quite at the scale it should be at. And so that's the next focus, is additional meeting spots there. How many people come with it? Well, the sanctuary is rated for 450. Yeah.
Team of looking for the road.
We typically will have 200 to 300 on a Sunday.
Wow.
So it's,
Doesn't look that big.
we have we've grown, and it's been nice to see. So
Cool. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good luck.
well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Good night.
You too.
Yeah, so that's good. Thanks. The other thing on our agenda is the. There's a meeting in August. 23.
Patrick, I think, was absent that evening. I did review the minutes. I had no issues, but I don't know that in two of us.
No,
Yeah.
and we should go to approve
So you're gonna table for next
it.
week.
Table it for next time, next meeting. We're present. So. Madam. Hope she just wants to finish the section 2.
Correct thoughts, Jack.
We have a motion, so have no one representatives from the town. In small cards, so.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll say.
So grateful of you.
Aye.
Do we have any opposition? So. Motion has been accepted to end the meeting.
It's running your seat.
$2.
Really?
I think I have 4 hours left.